Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with a special little bonus installment of Expedition 33. I have been having so much fun with this game so far, and especially after episode 2, I was really starting to enjoy the combat. And so I kind of wanted to play the game some more before my next recording session, which they've been a little bit harder to come by recently. Things have been a little bit trickier around my place. For a number of reasons. So I wanted to play the game some more though, and so I started a fresh save file. We're here in Lumiere at the beginning, and this is something that I just love to do with pretty much every game that I play. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a few reasons. One of them is that I don't usually get all the info from the tutorials the first time through. And so I almost always need to like reread and let that information soak in for a second time to really get things. Which, by the way, I think I finally understand the Lumina system. We'll get to that maybe next episode. But that, I really like this idea of starting a game fresh and just having like a fresh start and an opportunity to do things more optimally, more perfectly. There's just something that's really appealing about that to me. I love it. I do that. I don't know how many times I did that with Elden Ring, just playing the opening section of the game and just seeing if I could do things a little bit better. And also, the other reason that I start a fresh save file is every once in a while, I miss some things. I try to be a pretty thorough player. I try to be, exhaustively searching. But in the case of Lumiere here, I had kind of, as I was exploring around and talking to people, and I was realizing, or I was getting the sense that there wasn't really, I didn't need that exhaustive grid search mentality per se. Everybody has like one set of dialogue, and then that's pretty much it. There's nothing more once you go to talk to them a second time for the most part. And also there are these there's these crowds of people that are blocking your way from exploring like every single little corner of the map. Guardrails and stuff like that. I got this sense that there really wasn't that much extra to find, and so I just kind of like, I don't know, my brain went into a little less of a thorough search mode, and sure enough, there were actually a number of things. As I was going back here off camera and just looking around a little bit more meticulously, just in case, maybe I missed some stuff, sure enough, I was finding interactions. Like apparently there's an interaction here at this set of doors that this one I'll give myself a little bit of credit because this building doesn't necessarily stand out. There's a whole bunch of suitcases here. I don't know what this interaction is supposed to be, but something like that, and there were actually a few other different things around here that we're going to cover, and I just felt like I'm not trying to do 100% playthrough here and cover every single aspect of the game. It's a blind playthrough. I am going to miss things, but in this case I thought I would make a little bit of an exception and record me on my fresh save file here, just because there were so many of these interactions that we potentially missed that I did in fact miss on my main save file. I thought, well, what if they're, well, it just felt like maybe we should cover all the bases in this case. So let's see, what exactly have we missed? There are a lot of just suitcases here. I don't know if this is supposed to be a hotel. Like, there's no sign on this building, and I really don't know what exactly, does it say anything here? I just have no idea. What is this? Life Enjoyer? Life Enjoyer? Oh. Oh. Life Enjoyer. I see. Maybe this actually is a hotel.
Not everyone attends the Living Wake or goes to the harbor for the gommage.
Wow. Okay.
Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
What the fuck? Okay, immediately glad that we came back for this. Also mad at myself for missing this the first time. What? Okay. I'm not really one for, I'm not really the kind of guy to make, crude humor is not really my thing. innuendo and things like that. I don't know. Every once in a while I'll throw it in, but it's not really my big, it's not my shtick. I was kind of thinking to myself, though, as we were making our way through, you know, obviously you've got the history between Sophie and Gustav, and I was kind of thinking to myself, like, if it's your last day, your last freaking day, you know what's coming. You know, maybe you might find time for, you know, something else to throw into the mix. And they do actually, they do actually tip the cap to that. Some people are preferring more intimate goodbyes. Are you serious? Life enjoyers. Okay. Okay. That actually reminds me that there were actually a few other things that I missed. Not just like stuff that we didn't interact with, but you know, I was a little slow on the uptake of what exactly was going on, what the gommage was. Maybe I should have figured things out a little bit more quickly, because as I was going back and editing my footage and watching back the initial, like, they were foreshadowing this so heavily. Like, it almost wasn't even foreshadowing, because like the very opening line between Gustav and Mael, she says to him, you know, if you're gonna give flowers, something, if I can remember the line here, if you're gonna give flowers to somebody, it's probably better that you do it before they wither and die. And Gustav is like, what? The flower or Sophie? The term I was looking for before was gallows humor, I think. That was what I was trying to think of. The gallows humor in this game is just, it's starting to grow on me. Well, it's not even grown on me. I'm just a huge fan. Another thing that I had just completely overlooked, because I was very tunnel visioned, trying to figure out what was going on with Lune, and she is a very interesting character. And also her guitar, I'm noticing, her guitar has a diamond shape, or it's a sideways square. It's that diamond motif that we see in a lot of places in this game so far. It is all over the place. The 33. Ah, the 33 on the banners up there. Oh my gosh, it's also kind of diamond shaped. The diamonds are everywhere. Diamonds are forever. I was also thinking to myself, you know, the fact that the life enjoyers over there, it's really a surprise that not everybody is just enjoying life, because let's be honest, everybody in this game is just blessed out the wazoo with astonishingly good looks. Everybody so far is like Gustav, Sophie, Lune, everybody is just, you know, we got some good looking folks in this video game, and it's a little surprising. You know, if this were real life, you couldn't necessarily blame folks for, you know, enjoying life. All right, this was some chroma that we missed. Cool. Not the biggest omission from a sweep through Lumiere, but I just didn't even check up here. There was a whole nother part of the area to explore. So, and just walked right on by it. I feel like I did come down here, but once again, I saw the people who were blocking the way, and I thought, oh, not much to see around here, and just la-di-da. Now, another thing that I think I had missed, we had been looking at these trash cans, and similar to the dialogue that has shown up, we've been talking to most people who don't have repeat dialogue. There's no, so far as I had seen, there's not a lot of incentive to talk to people a second time. However, as I was going through and kind of looking at some trash cans again, because we thought, now there's got to be at least one trash can around here that's a little different than the rest. I noticed one that I think I actually walked by and examined the first time, and I all of a sudden saw, as I was going through here on the fresh file, wait a second, this thing is glowing. There is a glow to this trash can. And then I looked at it and I interacted with it. Excuse me. A perfectly normal trash can. And all of a sudden this caught my attention. The way I think I looked at this when we played through this the first time, I'm pretty sure I saw on my footage that we went by this trash can, and this just did not register. But of course, a perfectly normal trash can is not the same thing as all of the other trash cans. And all the other trash cans are not glowing the way this one is. And sure enough, I did click on this a second time. And so, yep, it is indeed a perfectly normal trash can. So, there's something different about this trash can, it seems. What exactly is it? What exactly could be different about this trash can? Nothing special to see here, just a trash can. Oh my god. What in the fuck is going on here? Once again, a perfectly normal...
Psst. Hey, you. You've been here for quite a while now.
What? Trash can man? Trash can man? You're telling me we've got Oscar the Grouch living up in here? What? Hopefully I'm not exposing my age too much. I don't know if Oscar the Grouch is still a thing on Sesame Street, but trash can man.
Can you leave? I don't want to draw attention to myself.
There's an actual dude in the trash can.
I'll turn
What the fuck?
today. Can you believe my luck? Why would my parents choose the worst time?
Oh, he's turning 33.
But I have a strategy. If I hide myself here, the paintress won't think of gommaging me.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. He's... Oh no. I don't know if I would have got this the first time. This maybe is more consequential now that I actually know what's going to happen. But I still was in the process of figuring out exactly what the gommage was. Wow. If I'm just inside this trash can, the paintress can't see me. And if she can't see me, then I don't exist. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I've been hiding for 6 months now. So leave and don't tell anyone I'm here.
6 months? Bro, how in the... Okay, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know the just... trash can man.
Ow! What's that? It's hurting my ass. Maybe you can use it.
What? He gives us a chroma catalyst? What the... Oh my god. Okay, wow. Well, now I feel even a little bit worse because now we've missed out on a maybe precious upgrade material that we could have gotten before even leaving on our expedition. What the fuck? Trash can man.
The paintress must not know I'm here.
Yeah, she's totally gonna... Your cover's totally gonna be blown.
The paintress must not know I'm here.
I do like how Sophie doesn't have a single thing to say. She's just like, basically reacting like us, like, what the fuck? How did I miss this stuff, guys? I was feeling it. This is why I decided to record this, because I thought I've missed enough stuff here that we've got to document it. We've got it. Shame on me for thinking that it was not worth taking the extra time. Okay, let me see if I can find the others here. I think there were a couple. There were like two different interactions that I missed over here on this left-hand side. And one of them was right here. How? Like, there's this kid with like this very noticeable blue jacket. And I must have, like, I don't know, come from over in this direction somehow and just skipped right by him. So there we go. All right, let's see what you got to say.
Mate, I wish I was going with you.
Victor.
If we could just send a bigger force, get all of Lumiere to just throw everything we got at the bloody paintress. But my brother would kill me. His number's up soon and I'm guardian for his kid.
Okay, I had kind of thought, I had wondered about this. I don't know if we talked about this in the first episode, but I was kind of thinking to myself this idea that you're sending a different expedition every single year. Why not just make it everybody who wants to go on an expedition at some point, just get the biggest possible force that you can together at one time. Like, don't you want to have overwhelming force to go in there instead of just getting like whittled down year after year? I had thought about that. I kind of like the way this guy's thinking, but of course, I guess the reality is that if they do that, there's going to be some people that are, I don't know, there's not going to be enough to take care of the kids, guardians for the kids and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, it's a video game, and this is, you know, you got to have a premise for a video game. But, you know, the thought had crossed my mind.
Uncle Victor, suits you.
But Maëlle, quite the ballsy one, eh? No looking back for her. Bet she can't wait to get out of here.
Not much hesitation on her part.
Not at all. Maëlle is all go. All gas, no brakes.
Nah, hesitation was never her style.
Because we all know hesitation is defeat. We know it, of course, and of course Gustav would know it most of all, Mr. Shinobi Prosthetic. Okay, there we go, Victor.
Quite the ballsy one, eh?
I like your thinking. And then I think there was also one right here. There were like 2 interactions right next to each other that I completely missed.
I love you guys. Remember
Eugene.
what Bo used to say? You're living for the rest of us.
Okay, and he also has one of the garlands. That's what they're called. It was said by one of the... tunnel vision is a heck of a thing, guys. Or not even tunnel vision. Just like when you're... I call it the streamer tax when I was streaming. The let's player tax. It's hard to catch all the things that are said in a video game. It's hard to catch all the details. One of the ladies we talked to actually called them garlands, and it just... right over my head. He's wearing a garland. Eugene.
Fuck the paintress!
Okay.
Fuck the paintress!
All right.
Fuck the paintress!
Jean, Eugene, and Noah all agree. Fuck the paintress. Hey, I'll drink to that. Cheers to that. Let's go. I'm keeping an eye out here just in case there's even still more interactions that I had not seen before. But there is one big thing that I do know that I missed because I was over here, and now this one I feel like is maybe a little bit more understandable because you've got this very eye-catching exhibit, right? You've got this fireworks show with the Pictos that the girls are putting on, and you know, it's very fun and eye-catching, and so I could be, you know, maybe forgiven a little bit for not looking over in this direction. There is a mime over here. There is a mime over here that we just walked right on by. I wish I had my telescope. I want a telescope to be able to look more closely. Because the lighting as well, sometimes the shadows in this game are a little bit... the dark portions can be very dark. It can be very hard to notice things. But honestly, in this case, it's not even the lighting. It's just the fact that I didn't even look. I didn't even look over here, guys. Now, maybe that's for good reason, because who the hell knows? Is this... what is gonna... We already crossed paths with a mime out in the wild, and it was not a fun experience. Honestly, is any experience with a mime ever fun in any way? And not just the most creepiest thing ever? A weird mime is standing here. Oh, God. Look at the hands. The hands. So, what the fuck? Like, I don't think it's even it's not a person dressed as a mime. It's like like you can see the arms. A weird mime is standing here. Its arms are like wooden, aren't they? We could say hello, hello. We should leave. Yeah, this is probably what we should do. We should probably just leave. Let's try to say hello though. What the fuck am I doing?
Hello?
The mime reacts. It attacks. What? Yeah, you can see its arms. Like, it's got, like, fucking pegs to put its arms together. This is... oh, my God.
Stop! Help!
It's actually... wait, is it actually attacking us? You've got to be kidding me. It's actually a fucking... no! It's doing the same shit. It's doing the same fucking shit that the other mime did. It built a wall. So that means we're not going to be able to do This might be a thing where we flee. I don't know. I've seen this flee option down here, and I haven't used it yet. We might do it in this case, because what the fuck? Okay. Okay, I guess Lumiere assault time. What the fuck, man? Gotta work on getting my perfect timing back here. Oh, I actually did a parry once. No. Whoa! Did I actually parry 2 of those? Hello? Dude, and that built up some overcharge, didn't it? Yeah, we can build up overcharge by parrying. Okay, that is one thing I was kind of making a point of, at least in the next episode, to really try to... And I also kind of wanted to do it off camera. I wanted to play on the fresh file and go back to Spring Meadows and try parrying the enemies there. And then I sort of got, you know, I changed course given the fact that we needed to cover some stuff here in Lumiere. What the fuck is this? So, okay, I also have read one of the... I don't think I can read it now, but there is those Expedition Basics, and I did kind of peruse through some of those, and I think I understand what the whole break thing has, the fact that our overcharge can break. I think that's what we did to that boss, and I didn't realize it, right? We had broken its stance. We'd stunned it. And I think now what I understand from reading the Expedition Basics is that the little bar underneath the health bar that the mime has, there's that yellow bar. I didn't know what the heck it was. I thought it was a spell mana bar that the boss was charging up. That's actually like its stance break bar or something. So if we get that to full, then we can stun them. I'm wondering now, the thought just occurred to me, is this how we're supposed to deal with these mimes? Is we're actually just supposed to break their stance? I don't know that I want to do overcharge just yet, but why don't we did take a big hit at the same time, so I don't know what let's just go with an overcharge here. It's not fully charged up, but let's at least spend our AP. Let's do it and see what, well, but we want to, I don't know. I'm gonna do just a regular attack and try to keep building up some overcharge here in the process. Well, okay. I said to myself, I'm gonna try to parry. That hammer combo is fucking weird as hell.
Let's leave it alone, Gustav. It's dangerous.
And so I missed all of my parries. Every single one of them. I wasn't even early that time. Just late. Okay, the thing is dangerous, yes. But also, is there really any... I do like that the game is pretty forgiving so far about, you know, what's the disincentive for just trying again?
Hello? Gustav,
so let's try again. Because maybe there's something we can do and something we can learn from taking this guy down or trying to, I don't know, break his stance. I want to see if I can break this wall. And if breaking his stance is one and the same, let's see if we can do that. There we go. There's that perfect timing. Yo, we got it. Dude, look at that. Okay, we got... Dude, all right. I like that hand-to-hand combo. Look at that is so cool how they've gotten the yellow... It's not yellow paint, but he's all like fractured. Because it looks like he's ready to break. His bar is full and there's a star. So now is when we use the overcharge, isn't it? This is the perfect spot because now maybe it breaks the wall as well.
Let me paint this!
That did actually quite a bit of damage and he is stunned. And so because this is a fresh save file, we get our first stun on this save and it gives us the stun tutorial message. So that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's just what we wanted. Let's go. So all of a sudden there is hope against the mimes. Now in this case, I cannot actually do anything but attack. Or I could, I guess, another thing that I do want to try, I'm not going to do this on this save file. I want to save this for the regular save, the main save. I want to see about these tints, because I wonder if they actually recharge just like our, was it a chroma flask? But I have a feeling that these things, I don't know, even if they're not replenishable, like we got to use these at some point, right? Even if they don't come back, But I get the sense that this is something you're supposed, the game wants you to use this, and then it refills at a save point. So we could, in this case, use a small energy tint to get our AP back up more quickly. But I'm not going to do that here. I want to save that for, because we didn't do it here. I don't think I would have used one if we had done this mime interaction the first time through. I'm going to stay true to that. One little principle, I guess, that I'm holding on to here as the mime is stunned. Okay. Oh, and he took so much damage because the wall is not up. When he's stunned, he's not doing his mime thing. I get it. Dude, and he's stunned again? So, do we just want to attack again? Because that was so much damage. Or we could even do gunshots because we have AP to spend, right? And maybe headshots are... They actually do good damage. Oh my gosh, this is a way for us to do this and finish this guy off. Oh, dude. We beat a mime. We did it. Let's fucking go. Dude, the parries came together. I was so surprised that I got every single parry on that hand-to-hand combo. Let's fucking go. We got work to do on that big hammer move. That one is a wild fucking... I don't know how I'm going to get all the parries on that one.
That was close.
And that did unlock an achievement, a peculiar encounter, defeat the mime in Lumiere. Holy shit, I can't believe I missed this. I'm definitely, I mean, the mimes, ugh, they're so fucking creepy. This part of me is not so disappointed that I missed it the first time through.
Thanks, Gustav.
But we learned,
Someone built this.
we learned how to deal with mimes. We have a strategy to go back and deal with the one out in Spring Meadows. Okay, did someone build this? What?
There's something on its body.
I mean, I guess it has to be. We said that this is like, it's basically a puppet. And, oh gosh, there's a music record that you can use at camp? What the fuck? Can I actually, so we can't check our inventory here in the, in Lumiere, but we need to get to camp eventually, right? So apparently you can have different records to play when you get to camp. So we won't have that on the main file, but that is an interesting pickup, and I will definitely at some point want to listen to that. Maybe we will have another special bonus episode if I continue to play this. I don't want to necessarily continue this save file alongside the other one. I just usually like doing the opening, like, I was just thinking of playing Spring Meadows, like, just because it has enough enemies to be able to, like, practice parrying and dodging and stuff like that. So I wasn't planning on, like, just playing this file through alongside the other one, but now I'm curious to hear, what does that that special tune sound like? Maybe it just brings the Lumiere soundtrack that we've been hearing the whole time. It lets you play that at camp. Here's the message that I was talking about, though, by the way. All enemies have a break bar. We did it. The break bar is how you break the mimes. Boom. There are also some other buffs and debuffs that are mentioned here that we haven't seen yet. Stuff like Powerless, Shell, Rush. I feel like those will come into play, you know, whenever we get a skill or an enemy has one of these skills. We'll worry about those down the road. Just like a bunch of these status effects, like I noticed there was this inverted status effect. If a character is healed while affected by inverted, it takes damage instead. So some different cool interactions in here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it all in combat. Is there anything more? Anything more to interacting? Gustav destroyed the weird mime. He definitely doesn't look like himself anymore, but he still stares at you. Look at him turn to stare at us. Oh my god. Oh, get me away from it, guys. Get me away. So, honestly, I mean, that kind of went a lot better than I would have expected against that mime. And it kind of makes me want to go... It kind of makes me want to go back to the main file and try the other mime again. I think we're going to do that. I kind of want to... Now that we know what the secret is. We were so lost. I was like, how the heck am I supposed to beat this guy? You gotta break him. You gotta break him. Let's see if we can, oh, and you know what? Maybe we might even give a try. There's that other, that dude. Do we have a save point here? We did pick up a save point just nearby, I think, didn't we? After this boss fight. I have to remember, it has been a little while since I played, but I think there was a save point out here, wasn't there? There was, the number 7. And now we know that we can warp around, do some fast traveling. We have some upgrades to do as well, but I think we'll wait on that. Let's not worry about doing any upgrades for now. Let's just go ahead and rest, and then get all topped off, and then let's fast travel back to... I guess the first save point is what we want, the Meadows Corridor. This would be the one, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Or maybe this is too far back. Oh, this is actually too far. Not the Meadows Corridor, but maybe... Actually, it might be this abandoned expeditioner camp, but let's just go down the line here. What was Grand Meadow? Oh no, the abandoned camp, that was the one where we found the Nevron? What? I'm gonna have to remind myself when I go back to edit the footage for episode 2, which I have not done yet. But yeah, we needed to go back over this way. And do we need to actually interact with this guy, or can we, do we have to fight him, or can we go around him? Can we just run by? I guess we could just run by. I don't think he can follow us past the grapple points, can he? That would be very surprising if he had that ability. Nope, he's... Okay, so you can just run around the enemies when you don't want to fight. Good to know. The music is very beautiful. I love whoever this singer is that they have. Her voice is amazing. The theme in this area where she's like, "Don't be afraid." I'm thinking to myself, we could make a slight little edit to that and say, "Don't be afraid of mimes." I can try my best not to be, but I don't know if even her song will help me do that. First strike? Wait. Oh, we got first strike, but it still builds the wall first no matter what. Okay. Now let's see if we can do this. I have a feeling this mime is going to be much more powered up compared to the Lumiere mime, but let's remind ourselves here. We start with our... Oh, I forgot we have this from fire. What does this do again? It's the healing ability. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want to do break. We want to break shit is what we want. So we need to focus on overcharge. Overcharge is the way. We might, we might be able to... Let's focus on, because I was not focusing at all on how the break bar builds up. Obviously, it really built up when we parried. That was the biggest deal of all. So being able to do successful parries against this guy is probably the big game changer. Also, we have, I guess, 2 sets of attacks here that I didn't realize that we're going to be able to, before he gets to attack, so that's cool. Lumiere Assault, let's go. Okay. And now for Lune, what do we want to... We could start with an Ice Lance just to slow the enemy even more. Probably not a bad move, and that kind of, like, if we're not doing the immolation, the synergy from the marking shot, then, and we did say this before, right? We want to order things a little differently and try to do Ice Lance before immolation. But we also do have Thunderfall now, except that costs 5 AP. And you want to have Fire Stains in order to get increased damage. So it feels like a good, not workflow, but a spell flow would be Ice Lance, Immolation into Thunderfall. Let's try to see how that works. Ice Lance time.
Ice shatter.
So it's not a ton of damage and doesn't really build up the break bar that much either, but let's go ahead and just attack. Try to get our overcharge up to maximum. And now we can go ahead and, oh, but we don't have burn with Lune, so we'll just attack as well, I guess, because we need more AP.
Danger.
Damn, only got the first one. Only got the first one, so we didn't really build up You really need, if you can get a counter, all of a sudden that really, really sets them back. So that didn't go quite as well as the Lumiere scenario. So we don't want to use overcharge yet, do we? Because if he's not close to being broken, you want him to have the bar full when you use overcharge, don't you? But he is a long ways away from it, so I don't know if... Maybe we just do marking shot for now and set up Lune to be able to do her immolation. Let's do that.
Take him down.
A storm is coming.
And the marking shot actually did build up the break bar pretty substantially, so that's nice. Let's do immolation.
Feel the burn.
Oh, that really built up the break bar. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Oh my god, she's on 4 health. I got one of them. I did parry one of them. I'm trying to do parries instead of dodging. That is like a point of emphasis for me. I want to get good at this. A lot of getting good to do. What are we going to do, though? What do we want to do? Because I could unleash the overcharge. But I feel like... I don't know. I feel like that is... Oh, the target is burning now, so from fire wouldn't be bad. Maybe we should do that. It's only a 20% health heal, but I kind of need it if I'm being... Oh, wait a second. We got silenced, didn't we? Oh, Lune got silenced. I don't know what that means yet. Maybe we're going to find out here in a moment. Let's do from fire.
Not looking good.
Okay, so silence is a status effect that prevents the character from using skills. I think that's probably what I would have guessed. So no magic. Shit. We do, oh, wow. So you cannot... Okay, is now the spot where we want to try to use this small healing tint. 30% of our health. We're pretty close to being... Oh, she is in such bad shape. She's so fucked up. I guess we're just going to attack here. Because... yeah, we can't do anything other than one of our items. We could aim, I suppose, but I don't think that's what I want to do here. We could try to heal Gustav and say like, hey, you finish this off, buddy. Or we could give him AP, right? That's the other thing we could do, is just try to make sure he's as topped off as possible. In terms of being able to unleash his overcharge soon. But the stance bar is still like only at 2/3. But he is starting to get that effect. So when they start to be broken, or they're close to being broken, they start to get this like shattered golden visual effect around them, which is really cool. I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is where I'm gonna try one of these energy tints and give the AP to Gustav. I feel like that's way more effective than me just doing an attack here. I don't know, maybe if I attacked it would build up the stance break bar more than I think it would. But I want Gustav to be able to unleash overcharge. Gustav, go.
Ready to evade.
Yo! I did it! Okay, now I had done it before, but still, that was so cool. I feel like it's time for overcharge, isn't it? We gotta do the overcharge now, before he gets a chance to go again. Like, I don't know exactly how this works. I don't know if he has to already be at the full, like we saw the star in the case of the first mime on the end of the bar. But I'm hoping, what I want to happen here is, as the problem is the overcharge only does 1 hit. It only does 1 hit. The damage is based on the amount of charges, but I just don't know if it's actually gonna, like, you know, move the break bar up to the top and then break it. I don't know if that's how that works. So should I hold my powder for 1 more turn here? Because he is very close to being full. I think maybe that's the correct move, is just to attack. Or I could even, like, aim and attack. Like, this is one spot where I kind of wish that Lune was going first, so she could have the ability to maybe get his bar to full and then let me unleash overcharge. I'm gonna see if I can get away with this. This might be super greedy, but I'm gonna try to hold my powder for one more turn. We're just gonna do a regular attack. Actually, I'm gonna use a from fire. I'm gonna use a from fire and see, not a from fire, but a free aim, just to see what happens with this, how much this builds up the stance bar, which is not that much. Okay. I feel like I could get away with that because I'm gonna be attacking here and I'm gonna get my AP right back. So let's do that.
No margin for error.
He's almost full. Like he's right on the edge. We just need to be able to finish the deal. I need to not die. That's the key here. So does that mean Lune? I think we make sure that Gustav lives. No matter what, I use my healing light to make sure that Gustav is alive. That's what we do. Let's do it. I missed both of those A's.
Get ready.
And she's a... Okay, the mime attacked her, which is kind of what I was hoping. I was like, I just want Gustav to live. Oh, but his bar did not get... Oh, that was the mistake I made. I didn't build up his bar. Fuck. Can I do this? Can I get him with one aim shot and then an overcharge? No, he's... Okay, I'm going to try it this time. I can't risk not getting this to work, so we're going to try the overcharge and see what happens. I think this is the wrong way to do this, but I don't know for sure, so let's try and see what happens. I feel like he has to be at the start. Otherwise, we don't break him, but I don't know.
For those who come after.
Never mind. Never mind. Oh, but he shook that off so quickly. Okay. Did he shake it off? He did shake it off, because now he's back to normal. So maybe I did that correctly, but I'm out of AP now. I actually have 0 AP. So is this where I use an item to revive? This is where I'm supposed to revive Lune, isn't it? And use my tint. I think these have to replenish, don't they? If they don't replenish, you know, we live and learn. But I think I revive her here. I have 2 of these, and if I don't ever use them the entire game, I'm gonna be sad. You gotta use the items that you have. Especially if the game...
Failed.
You didn't fail. I failed. I'm the one who could not parry in time. Not your fault at all. We are apparently silenced, though? Except we're not silenced. Why is my runes look different? My stains, I keep calling them runes. The stains don't look the same way that they did before. I do know that there was actually a patch that was done recently. Is it possible that they added... I thought that this was an effect that the mime was having on me, but you've got like on the light stain now, you've got like what looks like almost like a bullet hole, but I guess that's supposed to be a new icon to signify this is light. I read it as a bullet hole that I had been like fractured or something in addition to being silenced. But I think that's what it is, because you've also got the fire icon that is there now over the fire stain. They've added icons. Okay. All right, so what are we doing with Lune's... I guess she's going to heal herself, right? Get herself back up? The other option would be to go for Thunderfall, maybe, while he has his... Because he doesn't have his wall up right now, and maybe this is where we need to go for the Thunderfall. Let's go for the big damage while we can, actually. Thunderfall time. He's still...
Dodge,
Man.
Gustav.
Nice! Nice! Dude, we're starting to key into the hand-to-hand combo. Good, good, good. Now, maybe he's just still broken. Does the wall not come back? He maybe only builds the wall at the very start, and then once you break the wall, you're good to go. So now, this health pool that he has, which is pretty sizable, doesn't seem as insurmountable. He's still burning, so why don't we go ahead and take the chance... I guess Gustav is almost at full health, though. So maybe I was thinking about doing a From Fire, but I don't think that's needed. We're only at like... We're still at like 90% health, so we don't even get full value from the From Fire. So maybe instead we just go with another marking shot, but then Lune only has... What does she have? She has 3 light stains, so she can kind of do whatever she wants. which could mean, oh, she has 3 light stains. She can heal for free, can't she? So we don't want to do, I think we just want to build up some, let's do Lumiere Assault here and build up some more overcharge. And that's actually doing some reasonable damage now that, the fact that, you know, the wall is down. We can actually fucking damage this thing. Dude, healing light for free? That is so sick. Gimme, gimme. Okay, that was not bad. I wish I would, those A quick time events come back to back much more quickly than I'm expecting, but it's fine. I wish I had the ability to unleash overcharge here, but we're gonna have to survive one more attack from the mime. Let's go ahead and attack this turn and hopefully get our, well, we will get our overcharge to full. Okay, I probably, when he does the hammer, like, I would probably be better off just dodging. I'm trying to stick to parries, though. I want to get parries down because they can counter, right? And we've seen now the power of the counter. Maybe we've already gotten the biggest usage out of the counter here because we broke his stance once, and that's what you need to do against the mime. I'm hoping I can finish him off here with an overcharge, though. Please let this be it. Do I actually... I think the best way to do this is to do an aim and then an overcharge to make sure we spend all our AP, right? Even though that's just such piddling damage, it's at least you spending our AP before. Hopefully this is the last turn. Hopefully.
For those who come after.
Let's fucking go! Hell yes. Hell yes. We... Frickin' sunglasses mime. Out of my game, dork. Dude. Lune did not survive, so she doesn't get any XP, I don't think. I don't think she got any XP, but Baguette. And we got 2 pieces of... We got 2 pieces of mime gear. Is that what I'm looking at here? New outfit unlocked. What? 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 Oh my God. Welp, I guess this is, he actually does have a baguette on his back. Extremely French. All right. With that, we will wrap up this this brief little bonus installment of Expedition 33. I'm in one way so glad that we came back to cover the things that we missed. And in a whole nother way, I am just, well, you know, kind of speechless because I can only imagine what this game is going to have in store. I'm also sitting here looking once again from this plateau. We didn't really get to look from this place before because we had a freaking mime that was distracting us. But man, this game is incredible looking. Look at this view of the monolith. I really wish I had a telescope. There is this, what I'm noticing in the foreground here in front of the monolith, it almost looks like, is this some sort of I don't know. There looks like there's a statue in the rock face that's like holding, I don't know what this stuff is. It's not the goop that we saw in Lumiere, but it's some sort of solid gel that is, or some sort of liquid that has solidified similarly, and this creature is like holding some of it in its hands. I want to know what that's about. Is that even a thing that we can reach? There's so much more to discover in this game, and we have so far to go to get to that frickin' monolith. This indigo tree is also just incredible. This whole game so far, I'm loving it. And I cannot wait, even if I'm a little bit scared about what else might be in store. And we'll see exactly if this is the outfit that Gustav starts next episode with. Tune in to find out. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.